79 with the survivalist mindset, and today I got a new knife, surprisingly enough, in the mail, and I'd like to go over it with you a little bit today and just give you a heads up on it. I'm sorry I haven't put out any videos really this past week. It's been really hectic around here getting ready to go on this trip, so this may very well be the last video until I get back. I'm going to be shooting a lot of stuff for you guys while I'm out there. Today is Tuesday. I'll be leaving Friday. Once everybody in the group gets off work and we all meet up together, we'll be heading out. So maybe a week or so until I get more videos out to you. But I will be recording during that time. Anyhow, the new knife that I got today that I want to introduce to you before I go out on the trip and actually show you a field test is the Pathfinder School Knife from TOPS. This is a collaboration between TOPS and Dave Canterbury of YouTube. I'm sure you're familiar with him. He does the Wilderness Outfitters videos, and he has a whole lot of really good stuff in those videos. So I'm excited to see this knife. So I will bring the camera in so you all can get a much better view. I've also laid out several other knives that you've seen in previous videos for comparison, so you can kind of see the size difference and what have you. So stick with me. Alright everybody, here it is, and just so there is no misconception, I have already opened it before this video. Inside the package there was also this nifty TOPS knife, or excuse me, whistle, TOPS whistle, and I have attached it to my dog tag chain. I'll probably take it with me on the trip. It actually sounds pretty loud, not bad. Here. Pretty loud. Of course I'm going to be wearing my dog tags with my medical tag, just in case something happens to me and they find me curled up in a bunch of leaves. They'll kind of have some clue who I am or what they can do to help me. But the whistle's nifty. It's a nice feature. Anyhow, you'll get the knife itself, and it comes in a black Kydex sheath. The tension is not on the blade, it's rather up here near the hilt, so it's not on the blade directly. Also, in this bubble wrap, you will get a brochure for Lansky sharpeners, and you will get an envelope that has some information from TOPS and a certificate of authenticity. And I looked at these the ink signatures down here, and they're not scanned. They're actually on there. The one in red is, rather. This has Dave Canterbury's signature, and then below it has Mike Fuller's signature. He is the owner of TOPS knives. The red ink is Mike Fuller's signature, and it seems to be real ink. The Dave Canterbury signature, I believe, is copied onto this paper, but still, it's a nice touch. This says model Pathfinder School Knife. Model number is PFS-01, and it was manufactured in 2011. So that's kind of a nifty thing to have. This is my first knife from TOPS Knives. And I'll have to tell you before we get started that I felt it and took it out of the sheath in the house. And it seems to be real quality, the workmanship, the craftsmanship. We'll go ahead and pull it out. From playing with this in the house, you don't need to yank the knife out. If you actually apply a little pressure with your thumb to this region, it releases the knife. And here we go. Here we have it. This is the TOPS Pathfinder School Knife. On the knife you'll see Pathfinder School with Dave Canterbury's name under it. Then you'll see the Pathfinder School logo and the TOPS logo and serial number that corresponds with the certificate of authenticity. It has, they call it black linen micarta handles. It appears gray unless you get some palm sweat or something on it, but I actually think that makes it look better. And it has a white liner, which kind of makes it pop. I really like that. I'm not going to bore you with all the technical specs, but it's 3/16 of an inch thick. It's got a 4.5-inch blade from the hilt to the tip with a 4-inch cutting surface. And overall length, I believe, is like 9.5 or 9.25 inches, something like that. Anyhow, it's a really good looking knife. I will say that my paws are pretty large. And this knife would be fantastic for someone with small to medium hands, or medium to small hands, however you want to say it. Not that it's uncomfortable for me. It's just, maybe I'm used to carrying a bigger knife, and maybe once I get out in the field and work with this, I'll become accustomed to it, because it's not exactly a straight handle. As you can see, it's contoured. You have a choil here, and a choil here, and a palm swell. And my big hands, it seems to kind of get lost in there. But it's not bad. This Rocky Mountain tread, they call this on the micarta handles, RMT, really is nice and grippy, you know. And again, it's probably just I have big hands, and it's not an axe or anything. And I may grow to get a better feel for it as time goes on. But as you can tell right there, sweaty palms, kind of turn a different color. I like that. Anyway, not a bad looking knife, not a bad feeling knife. We'll go ahead and I'll show you a little size comparison. Here is the K-Bar Fat Bob, which has a 3-inch blade. And you can see the height difference and the size of the blade. Perhaps you'll see that. Also, if you're familiar with a Mora, here's the Mora knife in comparison. The height. Well, I'm trying to get this right in there for you guys. The width, the overall size, and of course the Ontario Afghan Ranger Bush Series knife that you've seen in my other videos. It's a chunk, but as you can see. Hey guys, sorry about that. I didn't realize that my camcorder battery had ran out, and I just continued on with the video like everything was okay. It wasn't until I got inside and was editing this video that I realized I'd lost the last half of the video. So if you don't mind, we'll just pick up where we left off from the kitchen rather than packing up and heading back out to the shop. We were just about to compare the Pathfinder knife to the Ontario Ranger Afghan knife, and here they are as a comparison. I'm going to back up. That's end on end, so you can see the length differences to the Pathfinder knife. And then size, go this way, so you can kind of see. And in all fairness, this Ontario knife is a chunk. It's a very large, fat knife, but you can see the difference. And last but not least, we will compare it to the K-Bar Mark I U.S. Navy knife. And again, that's end on end. The length is about the same. Width, a different blade profile, but very similar in overall blade size. See if I can. Boy, I hate working with the webcam. I'm sorry, guys. It's exactly backwards from what you want it to do. But there you go. You get a good comparison of the knife to the others. And hopefully the video that you've seen, the first half of the video, the quality was better so you can take a good look at the knife. Anyhow, every one of these knives and everything that we've talked about thus far will be going with me on the trip. So you won't get a video from me for a week or so. But when I get back, I will work on editing and uploading all the videos of all the stuff that we're going to do out there that we've talked about up to this point. We're going to take every one of these knives and we'll go ahead and use them in the types of things that you would use knives for out in the bush. Batoning wood, creating fuzz sticks to make a fire, making a bow drill, the parts for a bow drill, things of that nature, things that you want a knife to be able to perform for you. And rather than doing, I think, one big comparison video, we'll break it down and I'll do a video for each knife. So that way you can just tune into the knife that interests you, rather than making you sit through a long video comparing and contrasting all the knives, because I think they're all good knives, the ones that I've showed you so far. I just have a feeling that each one will excel in some areas where another knife would fail, and vice versa. I think they're each going to have their strengths and their weaknesses, but instead of comparing them against one another, I think we'll just do each knife. Oh, and by the way, since I shot the video out in the garage, I came in and messed with the sheath for the Pathfinder knife a little bit, and you can see I put a few Ranger bands on here. And this is an Aurora fire starter. If you're not familiar with those, I will do a video while we're out in the bush next week and compare and contrast several different methods of starting a fire. And I've just played with this a little bit today, and it's really slick, so I decided to attach it to this sheath so I would have it with me. Also, one thing I forgot to go over in the garage was the clip on the back of the Kydex sheath is movable. You can rotate it, and it takes a good deal of force to do that. It kind of stays put, you know, where you want it. So if you prefer to carry it horizontally or cross draw, canted at an angle, you can do that. And that's how I've been wearing it around the house, actually, was cross draw style with a little bit of an angle to it, so I could grab, you know, and release the knife easily. But all in all, the craftsmanship, I believe, is very good. The fit and finish is excellent. There isn't a noticeable gap between the scales and the blade anywhere. I think that the fit and finish and overall finished product of this knife is top notch. I'm definitely impressed with TOPS knives in that respect. Anyhow, I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate. How much I appreciate all of your views and your support and your subscriptions, and I appreciate your comments and your emails. It's very nice to connect with you guys and to talk to you all. And I just want you all to keep in mind that the only certainty in life is change. God bless you all.